and talk about the national identification thing where come back on the scene again. And the reason why, it's two things why it come back, because the government go around the courts and bring back something else where with them want we know if they accept it. But something show them up. Something show them up. Over the past 2 weeks, something show them up. And what show them up? Somebody hack into it's a serious thing. Somebody hack into them computers and reveal thousands of people's ID and all that not supposed to get. Travelers information was spread all over. Yes, and some people started to question, but them question it more because another hacking go on. Another hacking go on. And them are investigated because them are say, this look like a criminal intent. It is a criminal intent by the government. Yes, the government should be criminally responsible for it. Because when people did a ball out and I say, no sir, you don't be fearful, man. Don't be fearful and don't be this. Look here, man. There you have a brother named Snowden. Who did have to run left America and go to Russia. I'm still there in Russia and live because him can't go back to America. Because they're going to try him for treason and all these things. Because him hacking at some computer and show up the politician them in America. So this little Jamaica, where these little people now do nothing more than go about them little fool business. And I go on and say them I do great things. Great things. But when we look, no great things now go on, They're going to make it sound like great things are going on. When them come on the radio and people are interview them. That's why we don't like interview them. Because when you talk to them, them put in a sense of, euphoria say, yes, this is going to happen and that going to happen. But when you really check it, it not happen. So the people, them hacking at the computer, the government computer, and find, say, this and this and that, reveal itself. So now, the question is, why should we trust the government when it has been revealed that they cannot be trusted? Where I say, it cannot be trusted because them hacking at them computer and it's thousands of people information gone a road. And even if them fight, them are going to find somebody. And they're going to find somebody, they're going to question him how him do it. And they're going to say sorry and them go to charge him and send him go to prison and all them something. But that don't alleviate the fact that if one man do it or if a group of people do it, others can do it. So why should we trust the government with our information? I mean, we have a license. We have a license already, We have a license. Everybody know you for your license. Them have your TRN number for the license. So why we need another, this and another? We have a passport. It is not proper to really trust this government with any information that you deem, well, people, I want to tell you something that I'm going to say that I remember. Say, people are sending out information where they never want to send out already because of this internet thing, this WhatsApp thing, this Instagram thing. You have some people, things are bust out there. You understand? I show them I do certain things and I go out with certain things where them never expect to go on out there. You understand? So we are telling you, beware. This is the age of information. Whether the information is a lie or a truth. People send it out there. I don't care how lie it is. You have people who believe the lie more than the truth. Just like how you have a whole heap of COVID conspiracy out there. And through the COVID conspiracy, get tweet and get out there. People stream it more, people forward it more than the truth. You find, say, it become the truth out there. You understand? So when people hear the truth, actually now, them don't believe it because they done imprint that information on them head already. And you can't get that out again until certain thing reveal itself down the line. So it's when the thing reveal it down the line now, even though them say it blatantly in front of them still don't accept the truth. So we are say the national ID thing is something where we have to be skeptical about because the government cannot be trusted. Nice to come and, you know, say something on the radio. That's what we do. Now we see the sun come up. Okay, so they get brighter now. Okay. All right. We have on the line. We have Bert yet?
Yeah, man. I'm the radio, man.
Good afternoon, sir. Good morning, good evening, and good everything to you.
Good creation.
All right. So you all know that Bert Samuel is a Pan-Africanist, attorney at law, and he is very proficient in certain things. Today, though, we want to talk to him about this NIDS constitutional breach, given that a breach took place with the government computer them and reveal a whole heap of information by travelers and things. You know about it, right, Bert?
Yeah, man, I hear about the scandal.
Them say it's a criminal activity, right?
Yeah, you know, man, access the thing, that was so confidential. It's part of it is medical, you know, your medical information is very private, you know.
Yeah, of course.
So that's a serious breach, you know.
Yeah. All right. We all know what them did I try. Tell me from the beginning about this NIDS thing and the Supreme Court overturn it and now them come back with something else.
Yeah. All right. Well, the first thing is the NIDS was in all kind of way what we call invasive. It said it was compulsory and you couldn't access government service unless you give all that bio information to them, your blood type, everything about you, all the private parts of your life were in this information, and they were making it impossible for you to virtually live without you registering. So they took it to court, and the court said, no, it is too invasive, it invades your private life, and it's compulsory, you know, it's like a man who says don't want a passport, and the government say you have to get a passport. No, passport very important, but you must have freedom of choice.
Yeah.
So that's what really happened. So the court kick it out and say, no, it breach a constitutional right to privacy and to freedom of choice.
And the NIDS would be mandatory for every citizen of Jamaica.
Yes, it would. And even if it's not mandatory now, if you say, boy, you can't access NHD, you can't do this without it.
Yeah. You have to do it.
Yes. It's like the TRN. Them say, we have TRN already. We have national ID. We have passport. And you come another one again.
Yeah. And you know, this COVID thing, look, I never going to bring in something like that, too.
Yeah, but you see, the COVID thing have to do with your medical records, and also it needs was when getting your records, you know. The man says the mark of the beast, where them have to be able to identify you.
Yeah.
You know, but a lot of people in the world are very careful about this, the state taking over your life. You know,
life, of course. Yeah. All right, so constitutional breach, and what is the implication of that now? Tell me. What's the implication that after we see we're going now with the government computer them, what is it now that the argument going to give now about the NIDS? The new one.
Introducer really happened already. You know, the COVID thing, which have all the information, somebody accessed it, and information became public knowledge. Everybody know who have this, who positive, who never this, and all information, and it became very disturbing. What people begin to say, if the government can't manage that information, so how they going to manage the other information, which by law is not supposed to leak anything at all on each of us. It's not supposed to go to anybody else. And there is a law called the Data Protection Act that has been passed in Parliament, but they're waiting for 2 years to sensitize the thing and set it up. So by June 2022, that Data Protection Act will come, which they say is supposed to make it criminal for people to reveal any information the government collects of you, but people just don't trust the system. Because remember, in Muta, you have people who have commercial interest in us, you know. If a man know, say you're a male, and you are 65, him know the kind of things that you need, and him start bombard you with products to get so perhaps commercial interest in your bio information to be able to, to carry sealed stock to you, even if it's not for security risk. It's to start annoying you and plaguing you with information. That's why when you sign up for all of these phone things and all that, they ask if you're male or female, what age group you are in, because they want to sell that information to people who sell products to come back at you.
Yeah, because sometimes you think them pop up on your phone and you wonder how them people are getting information.
Yeah, man. You see a man put Muta 67 and him say, hey, Muta 67 are the best person in the world that without your age and all them. Yeah, they say, oh, them get that.
Yeah.
So information is value, Information is a product, If a man can get information on the Jamaican population, he can do all kinds of things with it, It boggles your mind what them can do when them get the demographic information, how much persons in that age group and what them like, what them dislikes are, what them religion is, how them can be. People can come and manipulate, So the problem is, if the leak that came out of the COVID information make a lot of people begin to say, we don't trust the government because them couldn't keep that information away from hackers. And therefore, people just get further turned off now. The same fears that people did about NIDS, it becomes the reality with the COVID thing.
Yeah, and it's not getting more intense now because of what happened. Get more intense.
Yes.
All right. So the government now is in this position now. What you feel, say, the government, well, I don't want to make you anticipate what the government are going to say. Now that them get reached, and then them still have this argument about the NID. We know we are saying, no NID, and figure out who breach the things. But what is for them case now? What could be their case now for the NID? Give them the breach.
Well, what they're saying, in the modern world, the state needs to know this thing to be able to administer and govern the country properly, and to be able to give your services and know who get the services, and they put up all these pros, these benefits.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a harder sell now. It's going to be a harder sell because people saying same thing we tell you going to happen, see it happen here to people information. So the government is between a rock and a hard place because the same fears that people had, it become a reality.
All right, them have to send this again to the courts, like how them send the first one to the courts and the courts lick it down. Them have to send this now.
All right, well, so they modify it, right? They modify it, they put some of the things, but private citizens, you or I can go and say, go back to the court. We don't have to be directly affected, the constitutional challenge to anything. Just show that you have an interest or it is likely to affect you. So if you don't mind, another person will take the modified NIDS thing to court and say it's still breach. And what the argument will be now is, listen, we have seen that with the COVID information, the government is not capable of securing information, and therefore I don't think that we should be forced to give the government all this information when they prove that when they fail in the test of whether they can secure our information. So even that now becomes stronger evidence for a challenge in court for whatever they bring. Why you have to do this thing to get service? And the truth is, Muta, some people feel that some funding was being kept back from Jamaica because we wouldn't sign up with the NIDS thing. You know that, Muta.
Yes,
so the government was under external pressure to institute the NIDS thing. So man say, wait. So when them foreign people have an interest in knowing what
why,
the Jamaican population.
Yeah.
Remember, the world is a big marketplace,
Of course.
You have them big Amazon and all them places. So I love get them information from we, so them know.
Especially like how we are close to America, to our information America wants.
Yes, them want it. And, Jamaica coming like it is always the testing ground for all of them things there. They want to come to we first. Why Muta?
Jamaica is a light. Just simple. The people them in Jamaica shun them light all over the world. But let me ask you something. Can the government go in the house and pass it without going back to the people them?
Well, remember how them say democracy operate. We vote for members of parliament. Members of parliament support one man and become the prime minister, and therefore they are supposed to make laws on our behalf. So the parliament do have to check with we once them become government. To pass no law, it's only few things, like amending the constitution, the serious clause. They have to come keep referendum. So the parliament can just do what them feel like, once they get the 2/3 majority.
Yeah, so this is a possibility now that them, because them amended now, them can just go about them business and do it in the house.
Do that. You may remember when the Blue Mountain, when the cockpit country thing
cockpit country,
people power. It was just people power which stopped the parliament from doing certain things, So, Muta, your listeners, they must know that if them feel that a petition necessary, we can petition, and that is the people power. So, we know the press is very, very important in telling the Jamaican population. Although we have parliament, we have power too,
Yes. Well, we're going to see what happens because it's a very important thing, given we're going to the past 2 weeks. You know, I mean, we can't take it lightly.
Muta, remember saying, man in the telephone company, them, the provider, the main cell phone provider, them. Man can get man to give man money and get hacking from your car, So
of course.
Careful enough.
And tape what you say too.
Yeah. And, wife can find out things about husband, husband can find out things about wife. So you have to be careful.
And that's a go on,
Yeah.
That's a go on. When you look for the internet and some WhatsApp and some message when you get on my phone, when we look for them, I say, wait, it's who are tape them thing, Because I see 2 people over there so do them thing. And you say, then who did they tape this? But guess what? Sometimes it's them put up the phone somewhere and I tape the something by, automatically I tape the thing,
Information is power, man. Information is power.
Yeah. Anyway, give thanks, Bridget. Give thanks.
All right, Mota, respect here, sir.
Yeah, man. It's always good to talk to you. So we have to talk still.
Yeah, we have something to deal with. Bless.
Yeah, all right. Give thanks. Yes, that was the man called Bert Samuels, Pan-Africanist attorney at law. It is always him, most of the time we call upon when we have certain issues of the law to deal with. Because this thing what we just talk about is really a heavy load from the government area now. What them going to tell we say? What them going to tell we say now? Because people were skeptical all the while. From last year and year before, people was very skeptical. I said, no, how the government are come bring in this thing and I go and like say, we don't know, so them not capable enough. Them don't have the management skill for all that. And now we see it happen. So we don't know what them going to know. As we are say, as the liar say, them have the power to just go in at the house and just majority rule and just do that. And then we just sit down out just now and a cuss and a go and nothing. And we still have to deal with it on an everyday basis. May I tell you. So we're going to Liberia now because say this is a one-stop cattle right just now after so long, you understand? So we have to go through all of the things that we really want to talk about. Liberia is a place where you are almost living, right? You're almost there most of the time. Can you tell the people them what you're doing over there? What are you doing over Liberia?
Well, I'm in Liberia right now, as we're speaking right now.
Oh, you mean say you left last night? When you left?
I left Friday night and I got in Liberia last night. So I'm in Liberia right now.
We think I knew you had the man there,
No, right, man, we're there for the continent, man. We're there for the continent.
All right. Yeah, what are you doing in Liberia? Can you keep going and coming?
Well, Brother Muta, I'm a student of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. Marcus Messiah Garvey is my teacher. His instructions were for us to build a super city on the continent of Africa and most definitely Liberia. So what we have done, we realized that anything that we're going to do, it must be done through agriculture. So we built a farm, and we call it Liberty Farm, because in Marcus Garvey Day in the U.S., they had a Liberty Farm in Ohio back in the 1920s and 1930s.
Yeah.
So we brought Garvey and Garveyism to Liberia. We are teaching the children and we're teaching the people, but most importantly, we are building the economic system of Liberia. I'm here now with 5 people along with me. 4 of them are Jamaican and 1 is Haitian. We are looking on how to invest and improve the Liberia and make it that our brothers and sisters from the West, and especially Jamaica, may see fit to come here and possibly live if they choose to. But we have created what is called Liberty Farm. We are going to be farming here. We're going to build big farms. So we have 1 big farm moving already, but our objective is to put a farm in every county. Within the next 2 weeks, I'm going to have 2 farmers coming from Jamaica. They're going to come here for 1 month to show us how to plant certain things that are grown in Jamaica. So the objective is to build Garvey and Garveyism in Liberia, and that starts with developing a solid, self-reliant economic base that's based on race first.
All right.
So that gives us the farm that we're working with now.
I know that I think you're and the wife, you and the president's wife is family. That's what I heard.
Yes. My sister is married to the president of Liberia.
Okay, all right. The land, you can tell me about how much land right now is presented to the UNIA to do this farming and construction?
Well, then, what we do now, we are a group in the UNIA. We don't believe in begging. So what we did, we buy our own land.
Okay.
We buy our own land to farm, and we're here to buy more land again. Even though we have a relationship in the government, we don't believe in taking things from government. We believe in self-reliance, doing business, building businesses, and buy our own things.
Yeah, but was told one time that the Prime Minister that you will land down there.
Well,
is it true?
But in Ghana.
No, in Liberia. We were told that the Liberian president offered land to anyone who wants to come home. Not true.
Well, no, but let me tell you something. Anyone who wants to come home, come live in Liberia, we, the UNIA, will facilitate it. At least they can get a piece of land where they can build their home until they get their feet on the ground. We, the UNIA, will help them to facilitate that.
Okay.
If they decide to come home to Africa, we, the UNIA, will make sure, because right now, I'm in the process of buying 1,500 acres to farm. We have X amount again. We're going to leave some, because farming is the order of the day. So again, any person who's listening and they decide to come to Africa, to come live, to come experience it, they can come for themselves. As a matter of fact, I have 2 brethren who came here who were engineers. One of them named the virgin named Jadi, and he came with me last March, and he still didn't return back to Jamaica. Of course, COVID hampered him a little bit, but after COVID eased,
I'm still
he
there.
didn't really want to come back home.
All right, hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. We could take some audio and come forward. Hold on. Yeah, we're there with you. From the Africa Forum, you saw we talked to Michael Duncan, the president of the UNIA. He's now in Liberia talking to us. Mr. Duncan.
Yes, Muta.
All right, I ask you something. The land that you acquire in Liberia, Is it in the name of the UNIA or is just you just buy some land in a Liberia?
Well, we have some for the farm and we have land for the UNIA.
When you say some for the farm, what do you mean? The some for the farm is not the UNIA name?
No, but we have some in the UNIA name. What we're doing, we have UNIA members who are investing to create the farm.
So the UNIA members is investing as individuals, not as UNIA.
Well, then you know how the UNIA is structured from Marcus Garvey days. You have the UNIA ACL, and you don't want any business venture to entangle with that, because if anything affects the business venture, then it's a problem. Remember when Marcus Garvey created all those other businesses?
Yeah, but when I say...
Huh?
But we pass Marcus Garvey now. We are dealing with our thing at now and modern days.
No,
the UNIA.
We have it structured the same way, just like the warehouse in New York.
So the warehouse is in the UNIA name or is in your name or the members? Or go?
No, it's in we the UNIA members. In New
okay,
York.
so the UNIA storage is the warehouse is the UNIA storage.
It's owned by the UNIA members.
All right, so let me ask you now, if the land that you acquire in Liberia, is UNIA or just individuals that buy up land?
Okay, it's UNIA members invest together to buy the land. But
in the name of the UNIA
land. Yes. Because remember, that's what we do now. We as UNIA members invest in our resources together for investment. The UNIA but itself buys shares, but the UNIA doesn't own the company.
Who is in the UNIA? Whether it's the people them who know or them children. Is it the UNIA that is having this thing through the members? Or is just a man come and say him want to buy a piece of land Africa, him go buy a piece of land. But him is a member of the UNIA. But him just buy the land. And when you look on the title, it's not the UNIA there. It's the person, individual person. Is that me I ask?
No. What happened? We have a thing where we influence our UNIA members them to invest, and it's not owned by an individual. It's owned by a corporation, a co-op that the members them create.
Yes. Name UNIA.
Yes. Through the UNIA, these members are members of the UNIA. So they together create this organization and doing business through that organization. For example, now, we want to get X amount of land for the members them who want to come back to Liberia to live.
Yeah.
So what we're getting as a co-op, we want to get together as a co-op and buy about 100 acres. We, us, not I, him or she.
Yes.
Us as a group, we're going to buy the land. And since some of our members are not that proactive, we have the organization, we register the organization. And when we buy the land now, if individual members plan to come later, they can come in and join the co-op. Just like, as I said, the co-op in New York is a co-op that's owned by 200 of us.
Mm-hmm.
It's owned by 200 of us. But what we do with the co-op, when investment comes and when profit shares, a certain amount of profit goes to the UNIA.
Okay.
But the individual members, because remember now, we would like for every African on the face of the earth
to invest in UNIA investment projects. But remember, the projects are owned by the corporation, of which the individuals are investors, therefore members of the corporation.
All right. Why I asking this question, you see, is that the president of Liberia can be removed through election or through whatsoever it elect. And the land, most of the times in Africa, is to the people, not individuals, to the people. So people who buy land in most of Africa, even though them claims that them buy the land, little more the chief come around and say you can't buy land in Africa. You know, the land is for the people. Now, this president, how the president come into what you're saying now? Is he with it?
Well,
is he? Yeah.
But then first, in Liberia, anybody? No, not anybody. Let me make that clear. Only black people can buy land in Liberia.
Okay.
Only black people. Only black people. So, only thing, you have to be a citizen. But if you have a corporation, like we create a corporation, we buy our land, but again, you have to be black.
So the corporation is legitimate in Liberia?
Yes.
It is registered in Liberia?
Corporation in Liberia. It's a registered entity owned by black people.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're not going to come now and then you hear say you have to come off of the land because a government land you depend, the people them land.
As a matter of fact, some of the land we purchased so far, we purchased it from the chief. So we have our own deed for our land.
Like Ghana.
And nobody cannot take our land. That's our land until we sell it, which we have no intention of selling it. It's our land.
Yes. Because you know the chief them in Ghana getting another problem there. The chief them in Ghana getting another problem where they must sell the land and the chief they are selling the land and the people them come and say, no, you can't sell the land. The land not they have to sell, the people them land. So that's why I ask you the question.
No, and you're right. You will have sometimes some chief will send the land and they don't really have the authority to sell the land. Because the land is owned by the village, and sometimes a chief himself in that regard it can be taken back. But what we do with our land, that when we buy it, we go to the government agencies, the chief representatives, and we get it properly registered.
Okay.
Because in Africa, you're right. Sometimes a person claims they're representing the village or the town or the county will sell your land, and later on you realize that they didn't have authority to sell it. So what we do, we go through the process, and since we have contact with the government agency, we make sure the land is legit. Who is selling it is legit, because yes, this happened where you can buy a piece of land and you thought you own it, and then you come and realize that the person sell you did not have the right to sell you.
I know a lot of people in Ethiopia, in Ghana, you know, I know a whole heap of my brethren them things that they need to own the land until them come and show them a different thing, you know. Yeah.
You're right. And honestly, brother, that happens here.
Yeah.
So because we're here now, we understand, we make sure we go through all the channels to make sure everything is legal and is documented, and we have our deed signed by the government.
All right, give thanks. We have to wrap up, you know. We give thanks to the information, three different kind of information where was necessary and important to really deal with. So you say you're in Liberia now, but you say you want me to talk to a couple of the Jamaican them there with you.
Yeah, man, and investors, you and I are members at first, because we invest together. First, I'm going to make you speak to Sam. Sam, where in Jamaica you from?
St. Mary.
Here's Sam.
Yeah, Sam.
Yes, greetings.
What kind of name that you have in Africa, Sam? What the name of them be in Africa?
Quedo.
Quedo. All right, Quedo, how long you down there?
This is my third go-around, so I'll be down here for the next 2 weeks.
Okay. And you are part of the UNIA. You're working within the confines of the UNIA as it relates to the farm and the development.
Yes, sir.
All right, so what is your profession?
Wholeheartedly.
What you doing down there? What is your profession down there?
My profession is medically, but my profession is so broad, I'm willing to learn as far as any aspect, as far as whatever.
But you don't sound like you just come from Jamaica, right? You sound like you come from New York yesterday. Oh, the man sounds so.
Yeah, well, that too. That's it.
How long you live in New York? How long you live in New York? Where
I live in New York for over 20 years.
You see it? You see that? Your voice give away. Your voice give away. Yeah, so you come from St. Mary. I say, oh, this man, it make him feel like that yesterday fly up with Michael from St. Mary. You know, but you live in New York for 20 years. It don't matter still, but we just identify you, you know, the voice. Because you never sound to me like you just fly up from St. Mary. You know? All right,
no.
You say you're a medical person.
Yes.
All right. How the COVID down in Liberia? Tell me, where are going down there with the COVID?
0 cases. I think.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to take a time signal and come forward. Time signal.
Yeah.
Do you have a talent? What are you doing with it? Let the JCDC help you unleash your potential. Visit us now at jcdc.gov.jm or our parish office for more info.
The time is
9:46.
Yes, we'll come forward. Yes, Brethren. It's about the COVID in Liberia now.
No cases at the moment right now. I mean...
No cases?
No cases. They had cases in March of last year. But right now, none at all.
The death is none neither.
None.
How many people died since last year from the COVID in Liberia?
We're not sure about the numbers, but nowhere close to whatever that people are watching on TV.
We're not hearing about Liberia. We hear about South Africa and the place, but Liberia now. You say the case is nil at this moment. There's nobody in hospital for COVID in Liberia.
Yeah, it's a low number, Brethren.
No, man, wait a minute. Somebody has Sproyan. Make the person who has Sproyan tell me then, because you get Sproyan by somebody around at the back. They want to hear definitively.
No, there's people in the background, but that's people in the background talking about something else.
All right, now ask you, at this moment in time in Liberia, there's no cases of COVID being examined or critically ill in the hospital. That is what I said?
To my knowledge, no.
Okay. All right. Well, even if there's 10 still, it's still better than a whole heap of play, but you can't figure, as a doctor, you can't figure out why is it that when you say to go up now in Africa, but you can't tell why is it that the COVID don't overtake Africa like the rest of the world.
We as black people, our genes is much more stronger when it comes to combating any type of virus. So
that is in Africa, not in America, because the American, the black people, them feel it more.
Yeah, in Africa. Let me specify that. In Africa, our genes are much more stronger than any other black person's genes that live up north in the United States in that part there. But other than that, the cases are minimum here. They have a remedy. They have a remedy here where them boil some pepper, African pepper.
Yeah.
And once you
Cayenne
boil
pepper.
African pepper, them drink it, yeah, African pepper. Very
Ethanol.
hot.
Yes.
And you drink that, and
Yes.
you drink that, COVID run from you.
Of course. Hot. All right. Well, Bridget, we hope behind them set the thing and, make the thing go the proper and right way. Because only for once looking, and as I say, Mr. Duncan take up the mantle, you and I here, and gone in Africa with it. We see that's a great move and a wonderful move. You understand? So, we just wish them happiness and joy and just keep the power, keep the strength. Black power,
All the time.
Yeah,
All
give
the
thanks,
time.
Bridget.
And we're looking forward to you coming down.
I know what they say, I'm not jealous, but I hear say, Duncan and Jimmy Cliff, don't let that idea.
Yes. I was part of that entourage, too.
See it there? All right. I just tell him, say, I know. Eh?
Let's set something up this year.
Yeah, I just want him to know, say, I know, say, him carry Jimmy Cliff go down there.
Jimmy Cliff, matter of fact, I hear that Jimmy Cliff coming back in 1 week. Again.
All right, sir. All right, give thanks. Drop a move.
Right.
Yeah, man.
All right. Bless
Yes. Yeah, believe you me, that was a very extensive. It was necessary because we are trying to get him all along now. Long time and we cover where we didn't really want to cover. It's Mad House, Liberia, and the importation of food, which is to me that is the most important part of the scenario as it relates to Jamaica. That there is an outlet for food for the farmers them. And we're going to repeat the number again. On the door, go like say, you must go get a pen and a paper, and all the farmers them all to me at St. Elizabeth, St. Mary, St. Thomas, and Westmoreland. Listen to me I say. If you have yama plant, like me have some yama plant, but the yam when me have plant, it don't reach this level where the money attack about thousands of pounds. On GL man say 25 pound of pepper couldn't work. You understand? When Jamaican say Jamaican food, hey, but what have you go to Brixton, man? Where you know say all part Jamaican they are Brixton. When you go to the Brixton market, you see yam and cocoa and dasheen and pear and all them something. You see when Jamaicans see them food there, there's people them who come from any part of the world, but I don't step back, Yes, because them done order for them kind of yam and cocoa and dasheen already. So when it reach the market in a Brixton, the seller can't sell it, or put it one side. But you man talk about mango, it's true. There are the people are line up in New York, forget East Indian and Julie mango and Bombay mango, yeah man. All right, so we're there with you, we give thanks, We give thanks for the time where we spend with the item, the 4 hours or so. We give thanks to Shane Clark again. May I tell you, we give thanks to Shamara Preston. And we give thanks to the operator, Shanique. Shanique, a long time we are trying to get to think that you get it in a Liberia. Wonderful, beautiful. So everything go right. So here we are now. We want to join we on the cutting edge Wednesday night. So we're in a different month now. So them say Black History Month done, but Black History Month never done. Reggae Month never done. Reggae Month is every month by IRFM. Black History Month is every month on the cutting edge and the stepping razor. And this program here, where Kabu Ma'at deal with. So we want you to join with Wednesday for the cutting edge. And then we have a special program Thursday. We will be having the launch of Sly and Robbie's album, Red Hills Road. The first launch we're going to have on the radio, on the cutting edge, on the stepping razor. From 3 to 4, we will be talking to Sly